What's up, family? Listen, I don't know where this video is gonna land. Chinchilla is teetering that goat line. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna give this video an intro, even though I'm giving an intro right now. I'm just not gonna be presenting it to any channel. Depending on how this goes, will determine whether I do a few more on Goat Herd or I bring her to Goat Worthy. Let's figure it out. Today we got Chinchilla. I don't know how to really pronounce this. It's like a math equation almost. 1 out of 5 or 1-5. We're just gonna call it 1-5 live. So let's get right into it. Let's not waste no more time. Make sure you go to the description box below and sign up for the Patreon if you want to see exclusive videos like this or any other videos that you might see on the channel. I'm gonna be posting a lot of Chinchilla on the Patreon to get them that early access. Hit me up on Instagram at goatworthy_, and I will give you a free membership. I got about 17 memberships right now that were donated by other members. So you guys get a free month at tier 3. So take advantage of that. Let's get it.
I wish that I could say I can only deal with so much rejection. But that implies I'm gonna leave and I'm too weak, yeah, I'm too weak now. I'm hopelessly addicted to the breadcrumbs of your affection. When you send one less kiss than me, it's all I read, it's all I read now. I say I love you, but you only reply 1 out of 5 times. Like I love you, but I hate you, it's such a fucking fine line.
Pain.
Are you doing it to spite me, oh? Couldn't you say it a little more? Do you really only love sometimes? At a ratio of 1 to 5 is the person I've been fighting for. Emotionally unavailable. What have we been so divided by? Love me once, I love you back 5 times.
Yo. I see why y'all wanted me to jump on this early. Stay with me. Stay with me. We're going to give some commentary. I've actually never had this feeling before where I'm so connected to this song or so into this song where I almost don't want to talk right now. I just want to hear the music. So stay with me. We're going to give a breakdown afterwards. I really want to soak this in because she got my hair standing up. I kid you not. I'm running it back.
I wish that I could say I can only deal with so much rejection.
I feel you. I feel you.
But that implies I'm gonna leave and I'm too weak, yeah, I'm too weak.
That's relatable. That's real. And look at the expression on her face. Look at the expression on her face. It's like it's the expression of almost defeat. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost defeat and then wait a minute. What the hell have I been doing? What the hell have I been putting up with? I hope the song does take a turn for the positive because that look and the tone and even the lyrics she's using at this point right now, it's almost like an acknowledgement and she is aware now. You know what I'm saying? Kind of connected to Little Girl Gone in a little bit where she broke out of that cage. Little Girl Gone is like after this as far as like storyline. I'm just making up a storyline. But as far as like emotions and where she's at, yeah, let's keep it going.
I'm hopelessly addicted to the breadcrumbs of your affection.
Breadcrumbs, you give me 1 out of 5.
When you send one less kiss than me, it's all I read, it's all I read now. I say I love you, but you only reply 1 out of 5 times. Like I love you, but I hate you, it's such a fucking fine line. Are you doing it to spite me, oh? Couldn't you say it a little more? Do you really only love sometimes? At a ratio of 1 to 5 is the person I've been fighting for. Emotionally unavailable. What have we been so divided by? Love me once, I love you back 5 times.
No, that's not the answer. It's not that um he's not emotionally available or he only loves sometimes. He doesn't love you. He just loves the idea of having you because a lot of times women are put with this blanket of scared to be alone, and they do whatever they can for their man, and they put up with so much when really I would say most of the time the man behaves that way, mistreats you, or whatever the case may be, the lopsidedness in the relationship because he's afraid to be alone. So he keeps you around because he's afraid to be alone. He acts out of pocket because he's afraid to be alone. You're fighting. Well, I want to hear more. I want to hear more. I'm sorry. I just want to hear more.
I don't know how to keep to my own bare minimum boundary. I hope you never see the truth that I would move no more for you.
Deep. She's so
So I
lyrical.
cling onto the secret while you dance in circles around me. We both know I won't make you choose in case you do, in case I lose now. I say I love you, but you only reply 1 out of 5 times. Like I love you, but I hate you, it's such a fucking fine line. Are you doing it to spite me, oh? Couldn't you say it a little more? Do you really only love sometimes? At a ratio of 1 to 5 is the person I've been fighting for. Emotionally unavailable. What have we been so divided by?
She is demolishing this performance right now. And it just dawned on me that this is live. This looks like a straight up music video. It's just now dawning on me that this is live. So that's why it sounds like raw, but like almost perfect. But it sounds real. It doesn't sound studio. It sounds like it's as clean as it can get for a live performance. Let's finish it. Let's finish it because I got some stuff to say.
Love me once, I love you back 5 times. So say I, say I, say I, say I, say I love you. So say I, say I, say I, say I, say I love you. So say I, say I, say I, say I, say I love you.
This is the part where the woman's putting in all the legwork at this point, and she's at to the point where she's run out of options. But quitting is still not one of them. Even though she's ran out of options, quitting is not one of them. So now she's at her most lowest of humility. At this point, she is begging. This is begging right here, and this is not to be embarrassed by. You should never be embarrassed to beg your lover to love you, or beg them to stay, or beg them to see you, or beg them to hear you. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's you're being completely vulnerable. You're being completely open. You're being your most naked, truest self. There's nothing embarrassing about that, because it's genuine and it's love, and it's the love that you want to receive. You want to receive the same that you're giving. So there's nothing embarrassing about that. And sometimes y'all come together. Sometimes y'all come together because of the legwork you put in. But this isn't the situation. This situation is different. This situation is Buddy is scared. Buddy don't want to be alone, so he's keeping her around. He might come to a realization every once in a while that, oh no, yeah, she's the real deal. And then some days he's tired of her. It's just the truth that some, not all obviously, but certain men go through, and just cowards not man enough to admit it, because they're scared to hurt their partner. I've been that person. And it was really just because I was a coward. That's really the truth. Some of it has to do with not wanting to hurt people, because if you're just a genuinely good person, you don't want to hurt people. That has something to do with it. Um, the hard part though is being man enough to admit the real reason. It's because you're tired of something. Something. Not it doesn't have to be physical or nothing. It could be the way they carry themselves. You're tired of the way they talk or the way they behave or the way they respond to things. It could be many things, but if you're honest about it, y'all can get through it and y'all can work on it and you can get back to where you need to be.
Do you really only love sometimes? Oh. So say I, say I, say I, say I, say I, say I love you, say I love you. Oh, say I, say I, oh, say I love you. Do you really only love sometimes? Sometimes. I love you. Do you really only say I, say I, say
I don't know why I'm a sucker for those crack notes, because at this point she's reaching depletion. She's emptying out everything she has left in that cup. It looks like this at this point. Nothing. That's what nothing sounds like. That's what emptiness sounds like when you're running out of breath. Not running out of words, running out of breath. There's no power behind the words anymore. Airless.
I'm sorry. So say I, say I, say I, say I, say I love you. Do you really only love sometimes?
I'm gonna go back to that note in a second, but I gotta talk about her voice. Um, it's it's so much more powerful than what I've heard from her already. Her voice is it's I would say honestly the fact that this is live is my favorite thing about it. It's my favorite thing, because this isn't just a song now. You know, it's an emotional unraveling, I would say, or a raw and unfiltered exploration of what it feels like to give while receiving next to nothing in return. That's tough. But the only thing that can keep you in that game, in that hamster loop, is love. So that's the double-edged sword that you're gonna have to come to grips with and understand that you can't control. So from the moment of the first note though, it hits hard, you know, and you can feel even like the weight of her words, like as I was saying, right? As if she's cracking open her soul and just letting us peer into the hurt that resides there. We're now getting familiar, right? But it still comes with the message though, because 1 out of 5 is a ratio, right? 1 out of 5 is a ratio, and in the context of this song, it perfectly sums up an unbalanced relationship. Obviously, that's on the face value front. We know that. But where one person gives their all, effort, love, time, and in return, they barely get a fraction of that energy back. Um, that's the kind of emotional math that just leaves you drained, bitter, questioning your worth, gutted. You know, the hurt isn't just in the words she sings, it's in the pauses between them. That little air pocket, You know what I mean? It's I feel like it's the way her voice at points shakes. You know, when she belts out those gut wrenching notes, like when she digs deep. It's in that where I melt because she isn't just singing about pain. Don't get it twisted. She isn't singing about pain. She's reliving it in real time. And that's what makes this performance so impactful, I feel like, because there's plenty of conviction. When it comes to singers, rappers use their words and cool storytelling to persuade you to believe that this is real, the story is real. And if it's rapped with conviction, if the lyrics have conviction, you gravitate towards it. Singers don't have a lot of time. They don't have not nearly as many words to describe what they're going through or what they've gone through to let you know that it's real so that you can actually resonate with it. They have little time, a little bit of words. So it comes either within the notes that you're going to sing or the pauses that you breathe in. And I feel like she captured all of that. She captured everything. I do want to hear this one note real quick. I just thought it was her most. It's almost like a scream.
So say I, say I, say I, say I, say I, say I love you, say I love you. Say I, say say I love you. Do you really only love sometimes? Sometimes. I love you. Do
Yeah.
you really?
It's hard not to believe. You believe it. You believe everything she's saying, right? You believe the pain that she's endured. You understand that this is actually real. This isn't just her voice is the perfect storm of just strength, fragility at the same time. She starts with a quiet but almost like trembling tone in the beginning, but she's drawing you in as if she's confiding in you alone. That's what it feels like. That's what it felt like to me, anyways. I don't know how it feels like to y'all, but like then I feel like as the emotions swell, so does her voice. Rising into like this powerful crescendo that feels like a scream wrapped in melody, but it's not just singing now. It's storytelling through sound. It's very unique. I think she's in a lane of her own. I feel like where every crack now in her voice and every, let's say, held note feels deliberate now, purposeful. Uh, it's meant to be there. You feel her pain in the way her words fight to be heard, as if she's trying to break through. Break through those walls of indifference and this wall of indifference that other person has built. They're responsible for that wall. That hurts. So there's a lot of hurt in this performance. There's a lot of hurt. She does seal it up nicely in the end though, but one of the most, I feel like, striking things about this performance though is how she captures the universal frustration of unreciprocated love. Obviously, that is the point, but I think she paints this picture of someone pouring their entire heart into a connection, only to watch it drip through the cracks because that other person couldn't even be bothered to catch it. That's a slow kill. Drip, drip, drip. It's almost like there's almost like a quiet rage of, I don't know, it's like simmering underneath almost throughout the whole performance. Her delivery is a kind of I can't believe I allowed this type of energy. You know what I mean? But that makes the song relatable to anyone who's ever felt undervalued or invisible in a relationship. So, I mean, I think it touches everything. Her talent, her capabilities of touching souls. People are gonna relate to this 100%, especially women. Sorry to say it, but especially women. 1 out of 5. Dope title. Obviously, it's more than a song. It's a cathartic experience. It's a reminder that no one deserves to be in a relationship where their efforts are ignored, their love unreturned, and their worth is questioned constantly. So, Chinchilla captures all of that beautifully with a performance that, as heart-wrenching as it is, right? It is also empowering at the same time. It is empowering. By the end of it, you're left with this lingering thought, like you can't pour, an empty cup, and you deserve someone who doesn't just take but gives. I'm not telling you not to fight for the one you love. I'm just saying, just make sure you're not fighting alone. We out.
Nah, a young boss and I got bigger plans. Peace to Nipsey Hussle, dog, it's hard to be the bigger man. Pox the GOAT, man, that's hard to tell a Biggie fan. But Slim Ren, we all know they from a different land. Woo! There's still trouble on the way, so I gotta keep grinding, work a double for the pay. Yeah, that's more money in the bank. Still gotta thank God, remain humble every day, baby. I can't fumble on the play. Found Jesus through my speech, I need a rumble in his name. I gave it up to him, I'm saved. Ren showed us through his story, you can muscle through the pain. Pain. Have you ever felt grace? Soul defining, unconfining, tell me, have you ever felt grace? Unrelenting, resurrecting, tell me, have you ever felt grace? A vine that climbs where the root holds fast, a mirror in the shards of broken glass, reflections built to last. Blame the vultures, blame the puffs, blame the culture, blame the nuts, blame the pistol, the bullet that hit you, mass shooter shining up below the gun. Blaming Jesus for all your issues, he still forgives you, you're all in one, still protects you, would never neglect you, the Father, the Spirit, and the Holy Son. I never realized I was spread so thin, started reacting to my passion, then I let y'all in. I found Jesus through my speech, I'm trying to let go of sin, but if I'm weak and bend my knees, I pray he bless my friends. The devil had me for a second, almost met my end.